Coming up tonight on The Ronnie Show, well, before we get to this weekend, we got a recap of last weekend, of course. Sioux City, they played 2 games, both of them very hard fought, and we're going to recap both of those and a whole lot more coming up right now on The Ronnie Show.
I woke up this morning, outside of bed, no answer screaming. Feel like make a friend, ain't I so lazy? Love me or hate me, ooh, I ain't changing.
Thank you very much.
Let's take it out here. Let's take it out here.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to The Ronnie Show. So glad you could be with us here this evening. Like, always. I mean, you guys are the greatest audience of all time. I gotta say that. I mean, hey. So, yeah. We have got a lot to talk about here tonight. Give a little bit of a recap of last week. It was pretty tame last week compared to the last couple of weeks for the Muskies. But we're going to go through all that right now. So let's get talking. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I've got the most supportive audience of all time. I do. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know why my hair does this. Like, it's so strange. Like, here, we'll kind of put it back like this. See how it kind of, like, curls back like that, and then it makes, like, a big... I don't know why my hair does that, but it's just the way it is. Yeah, I'm trying to grow out my hair, and I don't know why. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But, yeah, if I just were to cut this little bit off, wouldn't bother me so much. Cause see like how it is now, like, there. But then that looks kind of stupid too. I guess that kind of, we'll make it work for now. But yeah, the Muskies. We won't get too much into the results of this past weekend. They lost Friday night against Sioux Falls, hard fought match. Saturday got a big one versus Omaha, one that we needed, which we were almost guaranteed to win, so that was good. This weekend, it's going to be semi-tough. We'll get to that later on tonight during our pregame show of Sioux City and Tri-City, because that'll be the first away game we do play-by-play to, well, not including the preseason, all year long. So, yeah, so we're going to start out, we're going to do like we've done the last week or so, and do kind of like the journal entry, so I'll say the date, the time, and then give context onto why I think, whatever I think of about the post. So, yeah, we'll start out November 13th at 4:07, so this was last Thursday. So, to give you context, the Muskies, they had, of course, the school day game. And they didn't win against Fargo, obviously. But one school decided to give them thank you cards for, basically inviting them to the game and things like that. So, here they are. If I can get a sound. You only really need audio for this one. There's going to be one video that I show where I might move the camera closer so you can kind of see it. Or I might even put it in, insert it in here. I'm not sure. But anyway, here we go. Oh, God, I thought it...
Dear Musketeers, I'm sorry you lost. Goalies, good job. Players, good job. I know you lost 4-1, but don't let that ruin your life. Go Muskies. By the way, my uncle is a Lincoln Stars fan. I can get him to become a Muskies fan. Next game, look the other team to death. Cook the dummies.
Hockey, Musketeers, thank you, Muskies.
Dear Musketeers, I love you, but even that you didn't win, you'll still crush the next game. You'll play, I know you will, Musketeers.
Let's go, Muskies. Go, you can do this. You are the best hockey team. Thank you for letting us come. You are the best ever. Go, Muskies.
Please give this to a Musketeer, and if they see this, give me a puck, please.
In my opinion, you're on the best team that ever played hockey. Again, thank you.
Dear Musketeers, I'm sorry you lost the game, but I had the best time ever. You guys are really good at hockey. Love Claire. Hockey's the best. Thanks, Claire.
Thank you, Sioux City Musketeers, for letting us fight.
I'm happy you guys tried to win. I hope you guys win the next time. I love the way you guys tried. Keep up the hard work. You got this. I love the Muskies. It's my favorite team of hockey. You're the best ever. Thank you for letting us be at the game. Dear Musketeers.
Of course, of all people to give the Lincoln Stars card to, you give it to Kason Musket. Like, what? I just found that so hilariously funny. I did, honestly. I thought it was kind of like a little, here, we'll do it like that. There. That looks, well, it doesn't really look good, but it works. So, yeah. But, yeah, of all people to give the Lincoln Stars card to, you give it to Kason Musket. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say. Alrighty. So, okay, this one we're going to need to, I'm going to give you some context, and I'm going to move the tripod in closer. So, in this, we kind of have to go back to my days in kindergarten. Well, first, let me see how long is this video so I can take note of it. Okay, 109. Okay. So, because I have to time out the episode, so for commercial purposes and things like that. So I kind of have a time stamp in my head now. But anyway, so we got to give you context. So this is, and obviously the video will also, there's text in it that, you know, you'll see and it'll paint the picture. So this kid in this kindergarten class, he's actually at my old elementary school. Now, one of the teachers, my kindergarten teacher, it was his kindergarten teacher and my kindergarten teacher. She is a big Musketeers fan. She's had season tickets for a long time. I'll just say that. Quite a long time. And I was lucky enough to have her as one of my teachers, my kindergarten teacher. So, and she's a big Muskies fan. And usually, I think it would be about every month or so, they would bring in 4 or 5 Musketeer players, and they would, like, hang out with us, dance, sing songs, you know, do things that kindergarten students do. Although, at the time, they were trying to promote reading is cool, or something like that, to, like, us youngins, because they didn't just go to Modern Day. They went to a different school. And the only reason why I know this is because there's YouTube videos from around that time. In fact, you can actually see me on YouTube when I was, like, 5 or 6 years old, of 2 Musketeers. I think it was... And I'll put the link for the video down in the description. But it was Jared Thomas and Michael Holland. Gosh, I have not said those names in 10 plus years. But, yeah, well, and I remember Jared Thomas very well, actually. But anyway, that video's up on YouTube. And they'd come in along with the front office lady at the time, Heather, and the president at the time, Rich. And I think they knew who I was, but they just kind of, I don't think they really ever said hi to me, like, at all. Like, they knew who I was, but I think they knew they had me hooked into the Muskies, but I think they were more so, obviously they were there to target the, you know, reading is cool message type of thing. And then, yeah, the back of my hair, too, that needs some work as well, because that just flies all over the place, wherever it wants to go. Like, they were more so trying to do, like, the promotion side and get, like, new fans into the team and things like that, because, you know, they already had me. They were always going to have me, let's be honest. So, yeah, so they did that. I have some great memories from that. You'll obviously see in the video, if you watch it, when I put the link down in the description, you'll see we had a great time, for sure. But yeah, I'm actually going to put the video on the screen now. This kid, in this case, his favorite player is Christian Lyons. And Friday was his birthday. Last Friday was his birthday, and his dad is in the military. And obviously it was just him and his mom. And so yeah, Christian decided to basically spend the day with him. And you're going to see kind of it all summed up right now. So take a look.
Who is that?
Hey guys,
Hey!
how's it going?
Good.
What's up, Henry?
Henry.
What's up, bud?
Henry, how we doing?
How you guys doing?
Good.
I fixed this.
Henry, what's going on today?
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
favorite Musketeer players could do that with me. I mean, that would just be awesome. But to be fair, I never really have had a favorite Muskie every year or in my lifetime just because, you know, I love them all. I love them all. I really honestly do. So I don't think I could choose, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I could give you like a list of names of who I think would be most interesting to spend the day with, but, you know, that would be it. Or who I'd most want to, but, yeah. So, gosh, it's just so cool. In fact, we even had fans around the league commenting about how cool this was, and some were saying, you know, they wish that their team did this, but, you know, there's not, well, and I don't say this about Sioux City, but other teams around the league, there's just not a whole lot of coverage of the team. Like Omaha, for instance. Before Omaha became a dumpster fire these past 2 years, they basically received almost no coverage on TV. Like, you know, when you have your local sports segments on TV, on your local news. Like, they might get like a small mention, but it was maybe 20, 30 seconds they'd get mentioned, and that was it. But our local news around Sioux City, they do a great job of covering not just the X's, but the Bandits and the Explorers and really all the high school teams and all the high schools across Sioux City. So we're really lucky and fortunate for that, for sure. So yeah, that was really cool. This video, oh, it just warms my heart. It warmed my heart watching it for the first time, and it warms my heart now after, of course, seeing it with all of you at home. So yeah, but definitely go back and see what I looked like when I was 6 years old, back 13-ish years ago when that video was posted. So yeah, all the fun and lighthearted stuff is pretty much out the window at this point. Now it's time to get into the real meat and potatoes. Now this one was on November 15th. This was posted, so last Saturday. Oh, this was the fight between Travis Poliski and, who was it? Travis Poliski and Ryder Reynolds. Now, we weren't covering this game, so you didn't get to see what happened. And I'm not going to play the audio because there's so much copyright music in it. But as you're going to see, Travis Poliski, 37 in white, he absolutely takes down Ryder Reynolds. I mean, I don't know why Ryder would want to fight with anybody on our team, let alone. And at least, you know, it was Travis Poliski and not like Kason Musket or Max Anderson. But, yeah, a few left hands and Reynolds was down, although he really did not go down. He got a couple of good ones in on Poliski, so. But yeah, and I say this to every team, because every team tries to target, at least now, and take them out, either Kason Musket or Max Anderson. Don't with them, because they are going to take you out before you take them out. So, and it seems like other teams, they just have not gotten the message yet. And eventually, one of these times, they're going to understand, and they won't forget it. That I can guarantee right now. So, yeah. Now we'll go to November 15th at 7:30 a.m. Like I said, these are just like journal entries. Now, this was from the Sioux Falls game, and this guy from Sioux Falls, who's just a blithering idiot. Obviously, we had 6 guys on the ice here. Not including our goaltender, which is illegal, obviously. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there was a moment in the broadcast where the Sioux Falls fans were holding up their hands in the air. I think they were signaling 6. But I was like, you know, put your hands down or whatever. And because I didn't notice this. Usually I notice when there's too many men, but this one I didn't. I think that's just because, you know, they were kind of so close together and the puck was basically nowhere near them because the puck was right here and everyone else was, oh, that's not what I wanted. Everyone else was kind of up here. So I think that's why I wasn't really paying attention too much to it. And then they tried to claim that we cheat, because this is a Sioux Falls fan, I'm assuming. They tried to claim that we had cheated, and us cheating, you know, it didn't work basically because we still lost the game anyway. This was a period of like maybe 20 seconds out of a 60-minute hockey game. You got to cheat for way longer than that in order to win the damn game. I mean, look at Tom Brady and deflating his footballs. I mean, that wasn't just a whole 20-second period. Stupid people. Really stupid people. And this is why I love doing this. I get to expose all these stupid people on here. And it's fun. It really is fun. And safe to say, if you remember what happened on November 9th versus Dubuque, you obviously know that the referees were crap in that game. And I guess and we got screwed over, obviously. And then I guess Lincoln got screwed over by a couple of different referees this past Saturday night. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what all happened in that or not, but ooh, excuse me. But here's the funny thing. So in this game, here were the suspensions. Alex Pelletier, who's probably the best player in the whole entire league, he got suspended for 3 games for his hit from behind. And it is also believed that 3 or 4 players from Lincoln also got suspended, as well as head coach, that fat, bald-headed midget himself, Rocky Russo, got ejected for abuse of the officials, and his suspension is to be determined. Oh, karma is a bitch, ain't it, Russo? My goodness. And Brignani is who they had down in Lincoln. And, you know, obviously I say, you know, Fagan is the worst. I think Brignani is the second worst, to be quite honest. And somebody nailed it right on. All of the refs in the USHL are wish the USHL would do better with it. That didn't make any sense. But sometimes makes me want to quit supporting it, about ready to just stick with college league. Sucks for all the teams in the league. And she's not wrong in a way. She is not wrong, although there are some very good referees. So, yeah, it's just, you know, those two we have issues with. So, yeah. Officially, when we do look them up, the suspensions. So, Alex Pelletier, 3 games from checking from behind. Josef Eichler, 1 game for being an aggressor. Brady I forgot how you pronounce his name. Kuderna, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's suspended for a game for being an aggressor. So, yeah, I'm really, like I said, I really don't know what all happened there. I don't really care. Although we do have a video of the hit of Pelletier, I believe. Oh, and then, of course, before we get to that, Ryan Hoyland, one of our 5 Fargo clowns, he's just bragging at this point. He says, the 4 sweep the Phantoms. Let's go! Like, he's even more annoying than Darius, Joey, Ron, and Albert, although we only heard the one thing from Albert, which was basically a death threat, so we won't get into that. But, gosh, this guy is annoying as all get out, so... Like, what, you want a cookie or something? Like, come on. Okay, now, is this where we get to the hit? No, I think it was... 2, 3, 4. Okay, this... Alright, unless it was a comment and not... Okay, and then, this post was from Darius about the Lincoln. Semi-trash talk, but mostly serious. The Lincoln Stars showed very poor sportsmanship in the 3rd period tonight, and it will show next week when suspensions are handed out. Yes, the refs lost control of the game in the 3rd period, but if you watch closely, the Stars were the aggressors and the instigators for the most part. And honestly, if Darius is right, I mean, that is freaking insane. I mean, because he's dumb as it is, but, you know. I mean, SF's dirty, Lincoln's dirty, I mean, my God. And people think we're dirty. Like, we're not getting suspended 3 games for, you know, frickin' hitting people like Lincoln is. I'm trying to find that video that we have. Because I thought it was a regular post, but unless I'm wrong... Why can't I find this freaking video? I know it's here. I saw it, unless it got taken down, but I don't think it would have, and it couldn't have been. Maybe it's coming up, and I forgot about it. All right, and somebody. This was the next day now at this point, at 9:06 in the morning. I think since Waterloo coach Gordon is so bad, like he's not even taking the chance to coach the team during timeouts. We need to chant at the game, we need Olsen, because I'm not going to support a team that has a coach who doesn't coach. And a Musketeers fan said this, and I know her very well. I mean, her and her husband, nicest people ever. Having the same issue in Sioux City. Our coach has been missing in action, MIA, for the last few games and doesn't talk to our players when he is here. The assistant coaches do. Sad for the guys and fans. Now, I've noticed this the last couple of seasons when Jason's been in here. This isn't something that's totally new to me. Boy, this time just rolls by so fast, I swear. I've noticed this before. I hadn't really thought about it too much, but something I've discovered in the coaches show yesterday is that different coaches have different, like, you know, obviously we have the head coach, our associate head coach, and then the assistant coach, but they all take different roles on the team. Like Alex Doyle, he's in charge of the penalty kills and a couple of other things. So I think that's why you don't see Jason, you know, basically actually coach our guys during a game, just because, you know, the coaches basically split up all the roles that a head coach would probably, you know, obviously take control of and stuff like that. So I think that's why that is. It's a theory of mine, but I'm not entirely 100% sure on that. But yeah, okay, I think this is where I saw it, but oh, maybe not. But these are just pictures of what happened. Obviously, Sioux Falls and Lincoln basically being dirt. Oh, we got somebody. Oh, look at that right up here. This is what happens when you have too much alcohol. You flip people off. Oh, God. If only you could get away with that, too. Because, no, it's called Smile. You're on candid camera. So, yeah, just so you can see what what Lincoln and Sioux Falls had to deal with the other night. But yeah, I could not find the video unless... Oh, because it's later on. It was posted a lot later than I remembered. But, yeah. Okay, this next thing is something I'm not going to get to because we'll maybe talk about it tomorrow. Well, coming up next on the broadcast, so... But the game on Saturday night between Sioux Falls and Lincoln brought up...
One of the dirtier teams in the league.
Okay. Now, you all have seen this video before, so... I actually have the video unlisted as an unlisted link, but I'm going to post it down below. Because if you can remember, just to give a little bit of context, last year, it was March 7th, last season, we played Lincoln, and we got our asses kicked. 7-2 was the final, although it was 7-0 halfway through the third. Those 2 goals were basically in garbage time. But anyway, to give you more context, so Lincoln's coach does kind of, I don't know exactly, coach's comments, that's what they call it in Lincoln, where the coach does a post-game interview about everything, you know, that took place during the game. And he had this to say, and we have video evidence to show that what he was saying was absolutely 100% wrong, because the reason why this got reposted was because they were trying to prove, because, you know, with all these suspensions and Lincoln's coach, the fat, bald-headed midget Rocky Russo himself, getting suspended, this got brought back to this, where he basically had to eat his own words once this video was posted. So take a look again for all of our entertainment.
Actually, one of the dirtier teams in the league. I don't have a whole lot of respect for them, and they hit guys
Lincoln's
from behind,
in the white,
guys in the head,
Sioux City's in the dark.
Guys from behind. I don't have a lot of respect for that. I think there's a right and a wrong way to play the game, and to see guys get run and to get slew-footed and to get hit from behind and hit in the head, I don't believe in that, and so it's hard for me to respect that when they're happy to play that way. I don't really care if they see that or hear this or not.
Oh, and we heard it all right, and you got your ass chewed out by me, too, when you said all that BS, so, because we showed that video. In fact, I showed this video to some of my friends, like, some of my other people that I know who, they're not really Musketeer fans, and they don't really go to a whole lot of the games. But they follow, like, my YouTube channel, and they know what my opinions are, and they're more level-headed than I am, we'll just say that, and not as biased as I am, and I showed them, some of them, this video, and they were on the Muskie side here. They weren't on Lincoln's side at all. So, yeah. But you know what? The fat, bald-headed midget, Rocky Russo, he just does what he wants to do. I mean, nobody's gonna get in his way. I'm going to pause the video quick because I think I need to charge my phone. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, because my phone was at 12%. So, it did need some charge in it. Okay, so then this was yesterday as we're filming this, November 18th at 1:35 p.m. And does anyone have the hit by Pelletier for the Stars? So, this is what... Okay, there's two videos. I only saw the one, and I think it was this one. Of the actual... Oh, wait, no, this isn't it. This was... Okay. No, none of these are the videos. Oh, okay, here it is right here. So, shoot. And then you guys are going to miss it. It's not a great camera angle, but it's doable. Gosh, I can't, like, turn the audio up or anything. I hate that.
Look at it again here from the near side wall.
Okay, so it's right here. Pelletier's right here. And then he knocked Wade Weil into the board. Now, Wade Weil...
If we're going to be honest, I think he's gone.
And he was gone. In fact, he's going to be gone for the next 3 games. Now, he hit Wade Weil, which he's in and of itself. I mean, Wade Weil's already pretty much a so... He kind of deserved it, I'm not going to lie with you, but, yeah, Pelletier, just because he's the top point getter in the league right now, I believe. So, well, that might be overtaken now this weekend, since he's not going to be playing next weekend, and, for at least 1 game next week, so, I mean, sucks to suck, but that's the way it is. Chick-fil-A, not a sponsor. And then, the next day, this was posted about Wade Weil. And I thought it was interesting. So, Sioux Falls, they do this kind of, believe in themselves, or not that, but, a meet and greet, basically, except for it's online. So, his interest is fishing. Quite interesting. I think fishing's quite boring, but, better not upset my cousin. And a conspiracy theory he believes is that Hollywood actors sell their souls. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that either which way. But his favorite movie line... In fact, here, we'll skip that. And would you rather fight a bear or a shark? He'd rather fight a bear, because I guess he's just big and tough and all that, which he isn't. TV show you want to be in, Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, he'd look like the kind of person who would do that. And his favorite movie line is, they hate us because they ain't us. And boy, I do not want to be you guys. I'll tell you that much. If I was a fan of Sioux Falls and I actually liked Wade Weil, I'd probably, well, I'd hate to say this, but I'd probably kill myself if I did. Because even though I'm now living in Sioux Falls, I mean, I'd never, ever, 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 ever cheer for Sioux Falls. In fact, that was the thing when I moved up here, was that, are you going to become a Stampede fan now? Like this, that. I'm like, you guys know who I am? Like, why in God's name would I cheer for Sioux Falls? Why would I do that? That's like selling my soul right there. I mean... Why would I cheer for the Stampede? Why would I do it? I'd have no good reason to cheer for them. So why would I do it? And this goes for every team in the league, too. Like, why would I cheer for them? I have no reason to. Because they're all a bunch of... You can finish that sentence. So, yeah, gosh. And also, too, so that's it for pretty much all the slideshow PowerPoint stuff. Gosh, we always go so much over time. I don't know why. This time goes by so fast. But I've had a couple of interesting dreams lately, we'll just say that. One of them happened just after the X's season ended, and then this one, the second one, happened about a couple of days ago as we're filming this. But yeah, you take a look. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you all a minute about a dream that I had last night before I forget it, just, you know, because I'm going to forget it if I do. So, probably. I don't know, but it's kind of a dream that, you know, probably will happen to me in about 15 or 20 years when I'm doing this whole YouTube, all these broadcasts, and I'm doing that full time as like a career. And when, you know, obviously I'm cheering for the Muskies and things like that and saying things about them. Well, I had a dream last night that it was a Cleveland Browns and Kansas City Chiefs game, basically was what it was. And so the Chiefs were up big, I think, or they won or something. I don't remember all of that. But my window, I was like in an apartment. I was living in an apartment, and my window looked straight out into Arrowhead Stadium. So, you know, obviously, why wouldn't I be watching the game? You know, it was kind of like how the hotel in Toronto faces out into the baseball field. It was kind of like that. And I don't know what happened, but I then went home to, like, my parents' house, and I guess there were some Cleveland Browns fans around or near that area. Well, I go and I flip them off. I don't know why I do that, but then they start coming over, and I thought, oh, shit. So then I try hiding inside, which I don't know if that's going to help. That wasn't going to help me much. But, yeah, that was just... And then some people did come inside, I guess, that weren't, you know, Cleveland Browns fans. But I made up the excuse of the only reason why I did that was because I was near the Cleveland Browns locker room, and a few of the guys flipped me off. So that's why I did it back to the fans. Oh, it was just so funny. And I woke up from it just laughing, just, you know, because it really was funny. It really was. So, yeah, that was my one dream. And then I had another dream after the X's season had ended, which we're going to play right now, that I talked about. So last night I had a dream, and it was at the Tyson Event Center, and for some reason, we could eat there for, like, breakfast or lunch or something like that. I don't know what it was, but we could eat there, like, on the concourse. It was, like, a restaurant or whatever, which there isn't anyway, but just for this dream. So I was in the dream, and I was actually sitting next to Zach Vuletich. Don't know why. I mean, some of his family was there, and I think another X's player. I don't remember who it was, but it was just really strange for some reason why I remember that. And then later on in the dream, my family had, like, a family reunion, so we had, like, most of my mom's side and then some of my dad's side there, and we were pretty much sitting at the same exact tables. We also had some friends of ours there, too. So it was one big family reunion of probably 25, 30 of us. So it was just really strange. I mean, I get these weird dreams sometimes. I got to tell you all that, to be quite honest. But, yeah. I mean, I guess both of those dreams are better than having bad dreams. I'll tell you that much. But, yeah. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Well, coming up next, we'll have Sioux City and Tri-City. It is the first away game we're going to be doing play-by-play for this year. As you know, I developed a new rule, and I think we're going to use this at least for now, for the future, is that whenever I miss a Musketeers home game, we have to pick out the away an away game against that opponent. It was obviously harder to do in the East, obviously. So yeah, and Sioux City and Tri-City is going to be a game. It's actually going to be the New Year's Eve game, but since we won't be down in Sioux City for that, theoretically, I probably could do play-by-play for that, but for the New Year's Eve game, but I don't know. I might do a bowl game instead. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, so we'll just have to see what happens. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Well, what did we learn here tonight? It's that I would not want to be Wade Wild or be a fan of the Sioux Falls Stampede. We'll see you, well, coming up next, actually, Sioux City and Tri-City battling it together. I hope there's some fights. You never know sometimes. We'll see you then. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Closed caption was brought to you in part by... Thank you.